Welcome back, everybody. I missed you so much. I am going to explain my absence in this video and what I learned during that absence. And I, first of all, would like to thank all of you who reached out to me and just showed your support and commented. All that stuff really helped me understand my purpose and that this is really doing something. And thank you so much to all of you. And this video is going to be about something very important, and that's being true to what you really want. So my best friend and roommate of the last 2.5 years is an amazing musician, and she was contacted by a band, a family, a dad and 2 brothers, and a wonderful Aries woman that is extremely involved in it. They seem like great, smart people, and if she was going to be anywhere other than here, that's where I'd prefer her to, what kind of situation I'd prefer her to be in. So that's amazing. And but I knew she was leaving. And I had accepted it, and all the synchronicities showed that this was the right thing to do, and I also feel like for my own goals it was maybe the best thing. But nonetheless, it wasn't the most ideal thing for my life. We were very important to each other's lives, and we healed each other with love, and we supported each other through our dark times, and we discovered that we can trust ourselves and the universe and how to fill ourselves up with energy and love. And so to lose that felt like a loss, and that's that's lack mentality is what it is. When instead of having gratitude for all I have and gratitude for the time, it at first felt like just great loss. And what I realized from this experience is 2 things. One, acceptance is key, and sometimes, even though you know all the good things, you still feel very sad. You still feel pain, and that's okay. It's what you do with that. At first, I struggled with negative thoughts, like I said, a lack mentality, feeling of loss, feeling of not enough, feeling of wanting more, feeling of what does the future hold in store for this, because this is such a close friendship with me and you're going to be so far away. How do we maintain the awesomeness of this connection and the value to each other? But then as I accepted, then the content of my thoughts changed. I cried, I felt sad, melancholy, maybe. I'm not sure the actual definition of that, but it turned into like sad with an underlying joyous tone. And once I understood that, and I just accepted myself for the way that it felt, I understood that wasn't how I was going to feel forever. And then all of a sudden the content of my thoughts changed. Instead of lack, it was like, wow, I got 2.5 years with this amazing person. Look at what we did for each other. Look, my house is in the best condition it's ever been in because of this person. And I've got a brand new roommate that is also epically awesome to start a new thing with. So that was the first thing that I learned, was just, if you're sad, just accept it. Things are going to make us sad. Life isn't always easy. Life doesn't always go the way we want it to, but you can't resist the flow. So, I needed to feel sad. It made me feel really alive, because for many years, a few years ago, when I was in my darkest time of life, I thought maybe I was a psychopath, an emotionless sociopath of some kind, or something, because of all the dark thoughts and the lack of emotion. I didn't even feel like I could feel love. I didn't even feel like I wanted to, or that it was pointless, or it was a construct of society or something like that. And to feel so emotional about having someone go just was like, wow, you know, I've come so far, and it didn't take me to the sadness didn't take me to a dark place, so I've come even farther than I thought, and it's amazing. So the reason I haven't done a video in a couple weeks is very simply that I wanted to. I put out the self-sabotage video, and I don't know if I did a video after that or not, I can't remember now, but at the time I was doing that, I was self-sabotaging. The content of my thoughts was not super positive and super love-filled, and I started stressing myself out about these videos, and I started doubting myself, and a couple people reached out at the right time to make me believe in myself again, and I really wanted to start doing the videos. But when you're kind of in that lack state, you don't have creative solutions. I was having trouble even thinking of topics. I had a couple, but I was like, oh, what's going to happen after that? But what I realized is what I truly wanted to do was just not worry about my stuff, and spend the last couple weeks with my friend. And I didn't really meditate. I didn't really make a lot of good food choices. I think I tried every vegan junk food available at the store in different combinations with each other. But the thing that I noticed about this period was, because I chose what was aligned with my soul, and I didn't stress myself out about the choices I was making and the videos that I thought I should be doing, and I just accepted what I truly wanted, that it did a different thing to me. I knew that she was leaving, and I knew that as soon as she left, I was going to go back into full discipline and do this. So it didn't do that thing to me where I was like, oh, I gotta get out of this, I gotta get out of this. There was an end date to my madness, and I felt confident in myself to be able to snap back into it immediately, which I did, and which so far has been phenomenal. I've got so many more good ideas, very excited about it, back to high on life, and it's an incredible feeling. And the last 2 weeks, even though I was making low vibe choices like junk food and eating late and not really exercising and no meditation, the content of my thoughts stayed pretty good. You know, there was maybe some edgy moments and stuff or maybe it could have even been better if I would have found time for meditation, but I knew that that's what I was supposed to be doing. I just knew that's what I wanted to be doing, and I didn't worry too much about it. I accepted it. I accepted my energy levels. I accepted my choices. I accepted where I was. And I feel like before that I would have said, no, you always got to make the good choices. As soon as you start making the low vibe choices, you lose your energy. It takes you a long time to get back. But that's because the last time I was making low vibe choices, I didn't want to be. That I was making choices that went against what I truly believed I should be doing and stuff. And so the last thing I want to say on this before I go is that synchronicities are incredible. I cannot stress this enough. If you're noticing things like that, it's almost like magic when you're paying attention. If you're noticing magic happening in and around the things that you want, the things in your life, whether it's somebody losing, you feel sad, she's leaving, I feel sad. Well, that was supposed to happen. If that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have realized these last things. And when you're just accepting and not resisting the flow, because resisting the flow can be, I want to be at my normal upness, but I can't shake this sadness, and you start kind of beating yourself up for it. But you accept, you pay attention to the lessons, you follow synchronicities, and it seems to unfold like magic. And we'll see what comes up for me in the next 2-3 months to maybe prove it. But at least for Ray in this opportunity, the synchronicities leading to that alone were amazing. I basically forced her to enter the John Lennon songwriting contest with the Universe featuring Ray at the very last hour. And if she hadn't done that, this band would have never even found her online and contacted her. And there's like 15 or 16 just really cool, they're just little things, flights. When she left on the 18th. Wednesday, and her sister, who was down visiting from Alberta, left that same day, and the tickets were booked completely at random, and it just so happened to work out that the Thursday and Friday were the days I had booked for really good things for myself, and allowed me to get back into the swing. All the timing just worked out like very perfectly. The things that were happening in those days seemed like they were supposed to be happening. We were learning things about horoscopes, birthdaypersonalities.org. Everyone I've read so far has been extremely accurate to the person. And also I've discovered that there's not only is your sun sign, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, and so on, but there's your rising sign, which it depends on where you were born and what time you were born. It changes every 2 hours, so that's really important. But that's your, like, supposedly your outer shell framework. Your sun sign is your basic workings, and the rising sign or the ascension sign is your outer shell, what you project to the world. And then your moon sign is your, like, inner workings. And when I read those, it made a lot more sense why I am the way I am in some things. And I feel like whether that stuff's true or not, it does seem to be very true in my experience. And the more you know about your inner, like your cosmic workings, the way that, basically the more you know about yourself, the more you learn about yourself, the more you can understand yourself, the more you can excel. Because you're like, okay, I understand myself, I understand others now. I learned stuff about more than one friend through this birthday thing, and now I kind of understand why they are the way they are, whereas before I would question them, or I would kind of not trust their motives, or why can't you see this the way I see this, and now I see how we're all so individual, but yet almost a program written by the stars. Anyways, synchronicities. I've been having tons of them, especially in the last couple days, and leading up to them. The more you're on your path, the more synchronicities you'll have, and you'll have bad synchronicities if you're off your path, or you'll have good synchronicities. But you pay attention to them. They're there to let you know that you're on your path, that you're on the right path, and it's just super important. I can't stress that enough. Anyways, guys. So glad to be back. I'm going to continue to try and do a video every day. I can't promise that I'm going to uphold that every day, but I want to. And also, I am currently working on a call to action. I feel like my political ambitions are... the time is now. The time is now for them, and I want to continue doing these videos, continue helping people, the spiritual stuff. But there's a lot of spiritual teachings out there. A lot of people are onto this stuff. The shift is on. The shift is on, and I see that my goal and purpose is to at least start my political dream. And so I'm gonna have a call to action video coming out in the next couple weeks, and hopefully you'll all share that and help. Also, I'm not going to do the Ronald McDonald charity this month. It was a flop. Nobody donated, not that I expected them to, but with the happenings in my life, I didn't get around to organizing it or pushing it enough or anything like that, and so I'm just gonna cancel that for this month and maybe try and start it next month, doing charity stuff, or maybe I'll just do, rather than trying to involve people, I'll just do some charity work and film it and do a little video about how it made me feel and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going to come of this channel. I'm definitely going to keep doing videos, but it might turn more into a blog, me explaining like some things that went on in my life, some synchronicities and stuff, just so that you guys can like follow along and see what someone such as myself is up to, and then I can keep putting these principles from this first 20 videos or so. I can keep explaining them as they pertain to my life and as they pertain to how they play out in my life, so that maybe you can draw on that. Anyways, thank you very much. Later days, my friends, and you guys rock. See you tomorrow.